despite difficult circumstances, some people find a way to achieve remarkable success. And one of those people is Jesse de la Cruz. Born to a 13-year-old mother, he grew up in poverty and struggled to find a sustainable path. When he came back to Delta recently, he shared his journey. DCTV's Dwight Thomas has more on his encouraging story.
Hi, this is Dwight Thomas with DCTV News, reporting today in the Lewis Theater on an extraordinary gentleman by the name of Jesse de la Cruz, whose story is truly profound and inspiring.
I come here to give you hope for those of you that are struggling. I come to motivate you, some of you that are wanting to do the right thing. And most importantly, I come here to let you know that education is the key. I don't care what anybody tells you. Without an education, you're not going to be amount to not very much. So that's why I'm here.
Today he covers his book and memoir, Detoured, my journey from light to darkness. And in this story he tells his aspiration, ideals, challenges, struggles, and overall accomplishments in his journey in life. How you doing today, sir? I'm Dwight Thomas. This is Mr. Jesse de la Cruz. I have a quick question for you, sir. What is your purpose?
My purpose is that, this is the way I look at it, that I have been risen from the dead so that others can live. In other words, I want to be a role model. Not only do I want to talk the talk, I want to walk the walk. I want to go into the neighborhoods and say, hey, look, man, you can do this. You know what I mean? Listen, care for people, feed them if they need to be fed. I mean, you can't feed everybody, but periodically you can feed some. Yeah.
Again, a true story of inspiration and motivation. Dwight Thomas with DCTV News.
And from one inspiring story to another, Dr. Alfredo Quiñones, also known as Dr. Q, came to the United States as a young teenager with a dream.
How did he go from jumping over a border fence to becoming one of the country's top neuroscientists? Well, DCTV's news crews were throughout the campus to cover his homecoming.
He graduated from San Joaquin Delta College and transferred to University of California, Berkeley, where he earned a BA degree in psychology. He was accepted into Harvard University Medical School, where he earned a medical degree and graduated cum laude at the top of his class. In 1999, he returned to California and began his internship and completed his residency in neurosurgery at the University of California, San Francisco. There, he also completed a postdoctorate fellowship in the developmental and stem cell biology. At Johns Hopkins University, Dr. Quiñones is assistant professor of neurosurgery and oncology. He is the director of the brain tumor surgery program at Johns Hopkins University at Bayview campus.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave you with three messages. The world is a dangerous place, not because of people who do evil, but because of those who look and do absolutely nothing. Albert Einstein said that. Most people think that it is intelligence what makes a good scientist, that it is intelligence what makes a good brain surgeon, that it is intelligence that what makes a good teacher. I'm here to tell you that that is not right. It is character. Build character. Winston Churchill said once, success is going from failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm. I fail every single day, and I never lose enthusiasm. And I keep moving forward, and I ask you to do exactly the same thing. In one of my most favorite movies, Rocky, the last Rocky, not the first Rocky, my two favorite movies, the first Rocky and the last Rocky. There's a scene when Rocky tells his son, nothing hits harder than life. Life is going to get you down on your knees, and it's not about how hard you can hit, but about how hard you can be hit, and you still get up and you keep moving forward. And I'm telling you, you will face those challenges in life, but no matter how hard life hits you, get up and try again. So what would I like to ask you to do? 4 A's. If you take anything from the nonsense that I said today, it's 4 A's to be successful in life. All righty? Availability, ability, affability, and accountability. Let me repeat. Availability, affability, ability, and accountability. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you very much.
In closing, we had just witnessed a very moving story about a man who had triumphed over adversity. And I suggest you order the book, or you buy the book, you find it online. The name of the book is Becoming Dr. Q. I'm Gustavo Lowe with the DEC News.
Yes.
I just wanted to...
Is this like America's Most Wanted?
No. I just want to... Obviously, this is a very special place for you. This is where it all began. This is where you launched your academic career and where you met your lovely wife. This is a special homecoming for you. Any closing thoughts on... Because you're a hometown hero.
Oh, you're very kind. Well, I don't know if I'm a hometown hero. I think that everybody's here. They're real heroes. All the people that are doing all the work every day. And my only thoughts as I depart is that I'm just a regular guy. You know, I'm a regular guy who has been able to write a story. I write a story about my life, write a story about my adventures. I wrote a story about misadventures that I had, and I was able to put the American dream into practice. That's it, through hard work. So, but the real heroes are here, the people who are doing the work every single day, the ones that are sacrifices, the ones that are struggling through the economy, through all the political stuff going on in our country. And my departing thoughts are, if I can do it, they can do it too. Anybody can do it. And I thank you very much.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. Dr. Q. It was a great honor to be in his presence and to sit through the presentation. It was very moving, and I hope we can all take something home with us and make it happen, you know, so we can improve society and do our part to make this a better world. It was an honor to be there and interview Dr. Q. His perilous work saves lives, and he is such a great contributor to society, and his status as a top neurosurgeon is something our community can be very proud of, along the likes of the first Chicano astronaut, who also came out of this town. It seemed that the entire auditorium was ignited with inspiration that anything is possible with hard work and perseverance.
Hey, wasn't your cousins from Mexico?
Yeah, they were there. Actually, they were in town. They were doing some bioengineering work with some Berkeley professors, so it felt like the stars were aligned that day.
Some might argue that our next story is also about hope and inspiration, but not without controversy. For more on the story, here's DEC TV reporter Zulema Carrasco.
That's right, Ariana. We're talking about the California DREAM Act. It was recently signed by Governor Jerry Brown. This law allows undocumented students to receive financial aid assistance at their local universities and colleges. We asked students for their opinions.
And they're here their entire lives, and they are working hard towards their education, all K through 12, and then they can't even go to college because they're not legal residents, so they can't get financial aid, and they have to pay out-of-state tuition in the state they've been in their entire lives, and a lot of them can't afford out-of-state tuition.
Do all people have a right to have an education? They do. We have a right to have an education, but how do we find a way to ensure that our community base is educated and has the building blocks to become, grow, and be the best we can be in Stockton, not just at Delta College?
There's tremendous benefits for our students, and I think that's the exciting part about this new act. My opinion, is extremely supportive of it because, again, like I mentioned earlier, it's just going to enhance opportunities for students.
A lot of kids, like their parents did bring them here when they were small, so they have some of them they can't go back to their homeland, and they want to stay here because, you know, they want a better life and stuff. So I think it's a good thing.
Should be just like regular students. As long as they come to class and they're doing good in school, they deserve it, and I'm all for it.
Undocumented students could only receive financial aid assistance after legal residents and citizens. Back to you.
Thank you, Zulema. That is good news, considering the next Dr. Q or any other great contributor to society can benefit from this. Now, it's time for a quick break. Coming up, a muddy mud crawl with a purpose. Stay with us.